Situated just 1 degree north of the equator, on the southern tip of Malayan Peninsula, Singapore is a unique city-state that, against all odds, grew into one of the most developed countries in the world.
Welcome to Singapore, one of the smallest, most densely populated and the most rich countries in the world. It is situated on the southernmost tip of Malayan Peninsula, on the islands or few groups of islands, which became independent in 60s of 20th century when Singapore went out from Malaysian Federation. Today, it's one of the richest countries in the world, but also very interesting place to visit, not just because of its history and past, not just because of these amazing skyscrapers which you can see behind me, and it's a very interesting place to see because it's one of the richest place and one of the best examples of sustainable and successful development. But you can find quite a lot of videos and books and everything about modern day Singapore, so I will focus on one part which is quite fascinating in this city, and this is its nature. It's quite unbelievable that in such small place you can find so many natural trails and natural beauties which are literally squeezed in the middle of the city-state.
With its very dense population in a small area, Singapore is often considered an urban jungle. But in reality, there are surprisingly well-preserved green areas that offer splendid walking and hiking opportunities. Beneath its modern veneer, this micronation remains committed to preserving its natural heritage and keeping its nickname, the Switzerland of Asia, in the truest sense, including in offering an amazing natural places. My favorite was MacRitchie Reservoir, Singapore's oldest and most popular nature reserve, which offers amazing trails through the deep rainforest. The highlight is the TreeTop Walk, a suspension bridge positioned 25 meters above the forest floor that connects the two highest points in the reservoir and offers splendid panoramic views. Traffic on the bridge is one way, so there is literally no turning back.
One of the main natural attractions of Singapore is TreeTop Walk, which is in middle of the nature reserve, made around the water reservoir with a beautiful green rainforest which totally doesn't fit to the city-state. Take a look on this beautiful greenery around me. seems to be almost unbelievable that in middle of a city states like Singapore is, which is one of the most dense populated countries in the world, which have on very small territory 5.5 million people, you have such a beautiful nature reserve. Whole city is quite a lot oriented towards greenery and sustainable development, and therefore there is no surprise they invest quite a lot into keeping these little parts of environment and green parts of their country, city-state, like they are. Right now we are in MacRitchie Nature Reserve, which is built around a natural water reserve, which is here, when you look on the map, almost in the middle of Singapore, and therefore it's a very beautiful place to relax from the city crowds and mess. What is especially nice to see is how well maintained are trails in this nature park. As you can see behind me, or try like this to make it even more interesting. Not only that they are well made, well signposted, but they are also made from material which is not slippery and which hold well in quite difficult atmospheric conditions. Given the fact that it's almost every day rain here, it's very hot and humid, and landslides could happen without problem. I was positively surprised that even a trail just through the forest without any additional material hold quite well, and they doesn't have even some traces of rain which happened just few hours ago, and in the cities you can see everywhere water which remains after such rains. So whoever was projecting trails and paths in this park did really good job and really know very well how terrains look like here.
Green areas suitable for walking and exploring expand all around the main island, often hiding just behind the well-developed neighborhoods and offering glimpses of nature to its citizens right on their doorsteps. Besides its natural attractions, Singapore is a surprisingly walkable city. Rolling through its unique historical waters, beautiful parks, and the pleasant beachfront on Sentosa Island is one of the best ways to experience the city from within.
The whole city of Singapore is actually built in last few decades, or better to say expanded in last few decades, because after its independence in the end of 60s of 20th century, it got rapidly developed, and what especially accelerated during the end of 20th century. But one of the districts which stayed quite authentic like in its early ages, it's a little India. It's really little district, but you will really already smell, feel and see that you came to place where Hindu temples and Indian culture and way of life is existing, and it's prevailing in the way as it was probably before Singapore started its rapid development.
One of the best ways to end the day is at the Gardens by the Bay, a futuristic botanical wonder. This remarkable park features space-age biodomes, towering super trees and striking sculptures. Built on 101 hectares of reclaimed land in the heart of the city and costing around 1 billion Singapore dollars, it is a bold triumph of urban planning. Equally captivating for architecture lovers and nature enthusiasts, the gardens come alive at night with a spectacular show of lights and music.